Mini hellos. This video shows a couple of ways to create and decorate silly and spooky eyes for small scales using beads and the tops of sewing pins. For this project, I am using 2mm or 1/16 of an inch in diameter and 4mm or 1/8 of an inch in diameter tops of sewing pins or beads for the eyeballs, and then I use paint, markers, and color pencils to create the iris, pupils, and blood vessels. If using beads, I glue a 1/8 inch paper punch circle over one hole, and then I make that the iris pupil area. I just need the round ball tops of the pins, so it's a good time for me to use the dented pins. Also, I have matte pins that would work. The pin tops, size and dimensions are close approximations, and they can vary within the same packages, and that's okay for this project. Here are some bead ideas that you can find at a craft store, or make some round balls with craft clay. I'm using a larger plastic bottle cap and inserting the pins into it so it'll be easier to catch the spray paint. You can also use easy release tape and set your beads on that and spray that as well. I use an any surface primer paint on the eyeball base. I sprayed it on a non-windy day outside, but you could use a well-vented area as well. Next, I brush apply acrylic paint on the pin tops and beads. You could use a cream color or a white color for the eyeball base. When dry, use a pliers to hold the pin, and then gently but firmly grip the top ball and twist off. I will save the pin rods for a future project. Not all of the pin tops come off that easy. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of twisting. For the Halloween season, I also try some neon paints for the eyeball base. I place them on easy release tape, but make sure that you put the pin rod hole to the back or the bottom on the tape. For the beads that are used as the eyeball base, I punch a 1/8 inch diameter paper circle, then I slightly curl it with a ball stylus, and then I glue it on top of one of the holes. Next, I practice on paper, making the iris, pupil, and eye white dots using the stylus, a toothpick, a paintbrush, a pen, just to see what method or methods work best for me. And then I begin to apply the paint to the eyeballs. Another option to make the iris and pupil is to use ultra-fine or fine permanent markers. Begin by applying a larger iris circle, and then add a smaller black circle inside of the iris circle. When they're dry, place a white dot on the outer edge of the pupil. Use red color pencil or ultra-fine permanent marker to make random vessels on the side of the eyeballs. I use the permanent marker on the neon eyeballs. It makes a little bit thicker blood vessel on the sides. For the neon eyeballs, I use a white base for the iris, but then a black pupil and then the white dot. I also tried to make some of the irises more in an elliptical shape, like a cat or a lizard. And then you can apply a matte sealer to your eyeballs. To display the eyes, I use a clear container for the 1/16 inch diameter and a bowl and a plate for the larger 1/8 inch ones. I purchased all the containers. The clear one is about 1/2 inch in diameter, and the bowl and the plate are about 1 inch in diameter. And then I have fun arranging the eyeballs so they're all kind of looking outward on the plates and in the bowl and in the little plastic container. Adding little bits of greenery and adjusting the eyes to get it the way I want it to look. Pun intended. I have a little sign, Fresh Peepers Assorted 20 for $20, a Halloween special. It's about 1 inch by 1 inch, and I glue it to a toothpick and stick it in one of the containers. I hope you enjoyed this silly and spooky mini project, making eyes from pin tops and beads. Thank you so much for watching and sharing.